All right, everybody, give it off to Stately and Madge Ducheneaux.
Thank you. Thanks for coming, and it's good to be here. So here's Madge. I'm Charles Stately. I own the Woodland Craft Store at the center.
Hamadak yapi chante washte na pechu zapie shunskali mak yapie majmie minikoju lakota himacha wakpawashte himataha dayaya hippie. Welcome. I'm Madge Ducheneaux from the Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe in South Dakota, Minneapolis, Lakota. I work at the Division of Indian Work as a youth worker there, and oftentimes help out clan with various activities. Me and Charlie have done the Tipi setup
2 or 3 times.
Yeah, a couple times here. So yeah, I'm glad everybody's here, and I think we'll get started.
Yeah. Well, do you want to talk about the lodge?
So the term Tipi, T is for like a dwelling, and then P, if you add that onto something, it's like more than one, right? So Tipi is like a dwelling for more than one person. So like Wachipi, right? So Wachi is dance, P is like everybody's dancing. So that's kind of how that works. And yeah, as you know, the Plains people are nomadic peoples. And so this is how we were able to move around. Oftentimes the poles were left at certain camps up against trees. So then you could move along, and then you would have your poles at the next camp. Or else they were used to make the travois, and then they would also carry their poles with them that way. They're kind of heavy, but at the same time, the way that they're shaped, it's not that hard to actually carry them. Once you see, well, Charlie's a pro at this, right? So he can just...
I got 3 teepees.
Yeah, he can just pick them up real easy. And there's a certain technique to doing it, which you'll see. Generally, the teepee was a woman's responsibility. So, you know, that's our home. If we decided, like, I don't know, say Charlie did something that he ain't supposed to be doing, right? I could just buy and like put his stuff outside, and he'd have to dip, right? Because that's my home, I'm the one that's taking care of that. Another thing about I've heard this teaching from Hope Flanagan. Does anybody, well, I'm sure you guys know, but can people shout out the 4 medicines? Sage, cedar, sweetgrass, tobacco. All right, so one of the medicines that's in particular that was important for the teepee was cedar. So cedar naturally carries a negative charge. So they put that at the top of the teepee poles. Also in Ojibwe country, they used to do that on top of their wigwams. So lightning also carries a negative charge. So that way your teepee in your home is protected from that lightning, so they wouldn't get struck. So I thought that was a really cool story. Like, not only is that medicine taking care of us spiritually, but also physically, it's literally taking care of us. So I always like to mention that. Another thing about during the setup, when we're, as women, we do not step over the poles. As you know, we are life givers and carriers. So we're really powerful, regardless if you're on your moon or not. And so we don't step over those poles just to make sure that they stay intact. We're not putting any weird juju or whatever you want to call on there. And you could break it, you know, if you're in a bad way, and we're powerful as women. And so remember that, fellas. No. But yeah, so we can't step over the poles. So, you know, when we're setting it up, it can be, you have to really think about it, like walking all the way around instead of just taking the easy route, right? As women, we never have the easy way anyways. So to me, that makes sense. Is there anything else?
I think that's about it. We'll just talk about how we're going to put it up, and then we're going to do it the easy way, because all the poles, they're going to sit on a tripod. There's 14 poles, 2 are the flaps outside. There's 12 poles, 6 of them are important. The tripod, the lift, and then 2 flaps, and the rest are just poles. So then we have them marked, and they're marked where I tie them together. So we're going to lay them out now, and then we're just going to do it. And then I don't know if you want to hold the mic and still talk about doing it, but what we're going to do is we're going to figure. Let's pretend this is east, and here's your door pole, lays this way, and the north and south poles are this way. And if you forget, you just remember where your heart is, this east, and then naturally north and south is this way. So that's how we're going to do it. We'll do the tripod, lift it up, and then the poles just go in one by one, but it's systematic, and I'll say what we're doing while we're doing it. Okay, so first we'll do the tripod, then we'll explain everything as we're doing it. This one with the flag, this is the door. So we're pretending that's east. First pole is going to make the doorway. These ones got to be underneath though, Madge. We should have did these 2 first. Okay, lay them side by side. Where's that camera? Okay, Madge, lay your pole right next to that one. Put them together though. They got to be together. Well, it's not a race. We're taking our time. But I've put a teepee up in as little as 15 minutes. Okay. Here we have, these ropes are tied on. They tell me exactly where it goes each time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tie the rope to this pole, so once it's up, it can't slide. If you've ever put a teepee up and the pole slide, you have to take it back down. You have to take it back down and start over.
Yes, work smarter, not harder, right?
Oops. This is the first time this year, so I'm a little rusty. I dusted off the old trailer and brought it out. Okay, there. I tied a little half knot. It's right there. So the first thing you do is you're going to go under these 2 other poles. Your arm's getting tired?
No.
Okay. It's 1 on top of 2. Go around, and then lashing the door pole to these 2 poles, and then we're just going to go around 4 times. 4 is a sacred number. It appears many times in our teachings.
Also, if you do ever get a teepee, it is a good idea to, once you set it up and like how you want it, and so that it's nice and sturdy. Like he said, he has these tied right here. That way you always know where to go. You're not guessing every time. Like once you do it once and get it set up, he'll show you the other tools that he has, so that it'll start going real fast.
Okay. Had to give myself a little more rope. Okay, this you tie a knot right here after you're done going around 4 times, and then this knot should be tight, but this part shouldn't be tight, because you're going to lift it up, and then that north and south pole, that north one's going to come around. So then sometimes you'll hear it creak, and then you know it's tight. Okay, so we're going to go over there. You can pull the rope up, and then Miko, would you just put your foot in there? And then we could have somebody anywhere. Joe, put your foot up against there. Or Mem and Wacy. Okay, just hold it like that in the spot. Here you go, Madge, farther back.
Ooh.
That's good. Hold your
Oh,
spots.
it's sticking to his shoes. We put tape on the bottom.
We put tape on the bottom to help it hold its spot.
Obviously, because we're inside.
It's not traditional to put duct tape on your poles.
Yeah, don't put.
Well, usually we're not in the house neither. But this is the house and it's inside the house. Okay, it's up. Now, hold your spots. You just let it down. And then what I want to do is we're going to have the center right here for visual for the cameras. So Miko, come this way and we'll move them one at a time. We can do, just come closer. Meme Gwesi, come closer. Okay, now I'll go back. Okay, you guys follow me. That rope has to be over that dot. That's just to please the camera. If we're outside, we'd be looking at the ground and try to find a spot that's a little higher than everywhere else. And then the water, when it drains off, it doesn't come inside. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay.
Do we want to put those things down?
Yeah, we should. This is our other insurance. We're going to put this here and tape it to the floor. But let's measure it real quick. Okay, the tripod's up. We're on the ground. We put a stake in the ground.
So that's the other like natural tool. Do you want me to step on this?
Yeah, step on it.
That once you get your teepee set up the first time and you know it's good, you'll always have that string. And then just always keep your stuff together and you should be able to do it.
Meme Gwesi, that's okay. Get another one. Okay, then the teepee, that's the center. So I look at it and then to find the center, I just use the rope hanging down and line it up. So then it's kind of equal all the way around, equidistant. So then I use the shorter measure because the teepee, when you put the cover on the back, is up straighter and usually faces the west. So it's bracing against the wind. In any storms, it's got its back to the wind. Okay, so this is right. That's in its spot, so's that one. So looking at the center, I just move it, keep it centered, move it right next to this one. There's our base. It's already formed. So that's it. Yeah, don't lose that rope, right? You find another one, looks just like it. Okay, so now we can put, this is the easy way. If you look at the teepee from the front, there's a V right there. So all the front poles, they go in that V. First pole makes the door. So here we go. Want to bring one?
Do you want me to grab one?
Yeah. You said they're light, right?
I said they're heavy, but you make them look light, dude.
Okay. So here we go. The first one, usually if you're outside, you can set it where you want it and then just set it down. So the first pole, here's our doorway. Come on in. Hey, okay.
Are you going on this side?
Watch the ceiling. Yeah.
Oh, this is really
You better bring the fat end around, Madge. Just bring it around and then set it on there.
That ceiling is.
Yeah, outside's easier and it's a lot more fun. See how they stack? They're stacking on top of each other. Helps keep the rain out. Okay, on the other side now. So there's 3 on this side, 3 on that side, 2 in the back. Then you just kind of make an imaginary circle around. But what we're going to do when you get the cover on, it has to be inside. The poles have to be inside the cover. You can't tie it up. So we'll make it smaller than it has to be. Get the cover on. and then you push the poles out when you're done. And then usually, well, we'll get there, but get too far ahead, it's like, what are you talking about? Is that 2 or 3? That looks like 3.
Oh yeah, that's the door. 3.
Okay. I'm going the long way. So back here, you look up there, there's that back side of the V, and back here it looks like an X. So then you know you just set this pole right in there. Then you're gonna skip a space because we're gonna do the lift. And then this one is next. So we have a space here for that last pole, which is we can put the cover on. So move over a little bit and just, that pole's short, just let it sit right on top of that one. There you go. We'll go over so we got room.
Oh,
Okay, cool. All right. Wait to see the X. So now we got to tie it up. We're going out by a tripod pole. I would like to go.
Just around?
It's usually the way of the natural way of the earth, following the sun is to the clock. Try to pull it over. Pull hard. Can't pull it over. Go ahead. That's like 4. Okay, pull it. Look at this. Here, there you go. Now, we usually do, I'll tie it here for everyday purposes. It'll be just tied to the tripod because it doesn't move. But if you get a windy day or stormy, and you'll put a stake in the ground, a big one, and you'll tie it down to the ground, and it pulls from the top. See, it's pulling from up there, so it's less likely to take off on you. But any storm, you should be home. You know, maybe keep an eye on your lodge. So that's the framework. Here we have the cover. Oh, here it is. This is our lift pole, which has got the mark here where the rope is. That's where I tie on. So I always know that this is the right length too. And then, of course, this is got the cover on it. And I want a short pole anyway because it'd be heavy. I'm gonna put the cover in there. Just roll it out. Throw it in there.
I'm like, it's heavy.
Okay. The other way. I wonder if we just go up sideways. Sideways?
Yeah.
Well, we can't go straight anyway. Right there.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Because the wall's there. Usually, if you're outside, you could just put it straight back and then just boom, go in there. But we're going to do this today and try not to break anything or lose a pole or have it take off on us. Okay, so here's my mark, my rope. This is a nice lodge that they made, and it has the tie. It's like permanent right on there. Just put it there.
And so this back pole is like, because this is a woman's, sorry, I'm all breathing hard. It's the woman's responsibility. So this is like the backbone of the family, the backbone of our nation, right? Our matriarchs. And so that's what this last pole represents. And you always wrap it around the lift pole so that, and you'll see when you put it up, then it just unravels.
Okay. Just put your foot in there. Okay, all the weight is...
You'll turn.
I think so. No, I got it. Okay, all the weight is going to transfer to that right where her toes are, so don't ever get your toe underneath there. Well, how much ever this weighs is going to go right to that point, and you just push it up. Pull and cover. So you just stand it up. Okay, get your toes out of the way. And then on top of the last 2 poles, this one sits there too. Grab a side. Grab a side. Where's Miko? You want to grab a side? And just unroll it to the front. And go meet Madge. I think it'll stay there. Once we get the cover on, the poles shouldn't slide around at all. We'll bring them in a little bit, just to be sure. This is the door. Okay, we can move this one. So here's the door. Okay. Oh, Miko, can you go back a ways and get that flap up? Just give it a little flip. Go back farther. It has to be out. Okay, just a little flip because it's an old teepee. Just give it a light flip. There you go. I got a 20-foot teepee, and then you got to get a chair for this job. You can't reach. You're like, I'm just going to barely be able to reach this one. Okay. Okay, you tie those. And she's got the lacing pins.
I can't reach up there either.
I know. We're not going to tie right now because, just cuz.
Aren't you?
Okay, so these overlap. Well, maybe you could. You want to tie it? Okay, we got a athletically fit guy.
Yeah.
You got a young hoop dancer. He's like, "Oh, take care of that for you. Let me take care of that."
Oh, he did it too.
Right on. Okay, you can do the first lacing pin.
So
The 2 holes.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, there's 2 holes. You overlap them, in, out.
Yep.
Okay. And it's easier from the outside.
Outside?
Yeah. Come out here. Use the other way. Yeah, there you go. Okay, those 2 in these 2, and then out the other 2. Here's your thing. But use your stick. Put your stick in there, where your finger is. The other way.
Other?
Yeah, I usually go the other way. You could go either way, but it looks good if they're like on the same side. And then right-handed, I'd go this way, I guess. But you could go either way, but left and right, whatever. So then you get somebody here that's doing it, and then they hand you a stick. You're like, it's teamwork. This is teamwork. And then this is a part, like if you can get along with somebody, this is the true test. Here you have it. If we're scrapping already, it's like there's no way. You guys are gonna continue. It's kind of gonna be over. Hey, it'll be over soon. Hey, it'll be over soon. Hey. Well, yeah, that looks good. Okay, I gotta get the door. Here's your door, and it has 2 holes too. The door is like the second to the bottom one. But this one, my daughter painted a picture on there for us. It says woodland. So we're gonna hang it on there. Here you go.
Yep.
Right now. So you run that through all 3. There's 2 holes on the teepee, and the door is 3. You just. Oh, and the flaps. You can just do the bottom because it has to be round. You can do those bottom ones, at least 1 in there. And then we're gonna, we can't stake it down. That's part of the process. Usually if you stake it down, it's all the way around tight, and then you can push the poles out. Because you can't, there's no way to stake it down on this floor. You could just do this last one, what the heck? Because it's round, we'll make it round. Do 1 more then. Okay.
But are you gonna go in and?
I can, but don't, remember look for the tripod, don't move the tripod.
Oh, I keep forgetting that we're inside.
We're in the house, we can't really be doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay, this one, sometimes you're up against something and you can't get it in there, and I didn't really think of it, but we're okay. We're gonna make it, I think. And then this thing sometimes has been it's been a long winter, and it's like flat.
You wanna do that side? You wanna try this side?
Yeah, try to get it on that side. But
So there's 2 on the flaps, the smoke flaps and the rain flaps. There's 2 little sections, they're like this big, and you have to get the tip of that into that. It can be really tricky.
I don't know.
You see it? Yes. So for you, I would
think-
maybe go this, or try and flip it that way first.
You guys get the idea,
no,
but
like-
this is about it as long
Flip
as
that to that way.
as long as you wanna be
so
doing
see
this
that hole
here.
right there? That's what you. Yeah.
you just have to touch it just
Oh no,
right.
it's on the other side.
Come
Flip
on,
it the other side.
come on.
Yeah. Oh, you're almost
Help
done.
me out.
Right there. See it?
Help me out. Help me out. Are you going on? Oh yeah. Come on. Get on there.
There,
Okay.
he got it. There.
That's what
Oh,
I
you
get
almost
for
got
having it in the house all this time. It might be easier
Maybe
to
if
stab
you
from
turn,
back here.
yeah, if you go
So
like,
maybe from back here, because these holes they cross on the back side. I think to keep this up, we might need some tape. Or we need this.
ah. That one's sliding.
It's still sliding, huh?
Don't get
Good
out of
thing you were
there.
there.
All right, you did it.
He's like, okay, he's all warmed up. He's got it. Okay.
So that's probably one of the trickiest parts for real is that little part right there. So like if it's raining or something like that, you can take those poles and you can literally like
You cross them over.
cross them and close off the feed.
Yeah, and then the water, it hits that hole, but it hits the poles, and the water will run down the poles and outside. Then you put, well, when we push out the poles and make it round, then we could put our liner rope on there, and you tie all your liners to that. And it's like a little, it's like a, I guess it's like a wall that's made out of cloth, and you tie it at the top, and you stake it at the bottom. Then you have a living room all the way around, and the air goes here. Top's warmed up, goes out the top. So when you have a fire, it draws itself, draws all the smoke out. So anyway, should we push out some poles, see if we can't get this right? Okay, maybe in the back. We'll spread them out. Yeah, it's looking kind of lame, but let's see what it looks like after this. It should be round. There you go. Maybe one more. There, that looks better, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's the tripod. Never mind. Okay, now this is our rope that's left over. Usually what we do if it's going to be windy, we'd just tie it to a big stake in the ground and then have it pull from the top. So a teepee, it's a cone, and the wind blows. If it blows real hard, like a storm, usually pushes down. So if it's pulling from the top with a rope, it's holding it down. The wind can't really get under there and lift it up. Especially if your door is not facing the wind. If the door is facing the wind like a storm, you're in a lot of trouble, because that happened. That's why we got all these little white patches on there. Because that storm came and it just picked it up like it was nothing. But it came out of it kind of came out of the northeast or northwest. It's just one of those things. In 30 years, teepee's going to be 30 years old in 2025, and it only happened once. But I like to keep an eye on them, so. I guess, yeah, that's kind of it. Oh, you should go inside. Anybody wants to go inside, you just make your way inside and take a look around. It smells like smoke because we had many fires in there. Many fires in there, yeah. So, what's that? Not that kind of smoke. Yeah. Nah, just kidding. Yeah. Well, people are always asking how to get it down, and you just reverse the order. Reverse the order to take it down. So you take all the stakes out, take the flaps out, untie it, yeah. Roll it back up, just go on it. It's me, Charlie, and then we're just gonna take it down now, and it's just the reverse of putting it up. So it should be pretty simple, just gotta be careful.
Yep, and thank everybody for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Hope you guys enjoyed and learned something.
That's right. Miigwech.
Pinamaya.
Okay, so we do this first, right?
That sounds like.
I'll take it, okay. And then maybe I'll grab the flat poles real quick and then we can roll it up.
Okay. Oh wait, we gotta grab
Yeah. Let's just set them down, huh? You want that one? We could just set them down, maybe. Maybe just put it down. Okay. You gotta set the poles down nice and easy because you don't want to crack one or break it. Where's that
you
tall?
need to untie it.
Where's that tall guy at, man? He tied it in a knot. We needed him to put it in a bow tie. Bow tie like the shoe, but he did get it tied. I was gonna call him Stretch. Okay. You want to roll this side?
Yep.
Okay. Probably a lot of weight. There's a lot of weight and
underneath. No.
that's all right. We'll still be okay.
You got it?
We'll push this back. Ooh, okay. You got your foot there?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go down.
Okay. Sorry.
That's right.
My foot slipped.
We're still good. You slipped her foot, but we're still good. And then I'm like a pro.
You want me to hold that?
I got it. It's on my shoulder.
Yeah. You good?
Yeah, I'm good, and I think we just untie it. Usually we just put the poles right on the trailer. Get ready to head out. Nothing to it. You got him. Okay. It's easier. If it's a team effort, it's always easier. And then my friend, when they help each other, they already kind of know what to do. Okay. That's kind of it. Just put everything away. Hold it and wind up the rope, maybe. Okay. That's it. See you next time.
All right.
How? Doksha. Gigawabman.